Hi vinyl community, John here. So this is the third film in my short series about the records I picked up whilst in Stockholm. I'm spinning this as I speak. This is the Tom Paxton record, which I picked up while I was there. And thought I'd play this just to lend a little folky feeling to the video. Okay, so I went to two record stores whilst in Stockholm, and to be honest with you, I don't spend an awful lot of time in record shops. And when I say record shops, I'm talking about second-hand record shops. I spend even less time in these sort of new, shiny, polished record stores selling reissues. It's not really my environment. But I do like to go along to a used record store if I can find one that I enjoy, and there are many of them actually in Stockholm. But I went to a couple. The first one was on the first Sunday, the day after I arrived, and there's a little record shop, and I don't even know what it's called. I'll put a picture of what it looks like outside, and you'll see it doesn't even have a name. Now, whether that shop has a name or not, I don't know, but it's actually on a small street in the old part of, well, an oldish part of Stockholm. And the side street is called Urvedes Gränd, which translates pretty much to, windy or windstorm alley. Quite an unusual name for a street, but there you go. And it's situated right beside or right behind the pt.3 pub, which is on Götgatan. And well, I kind of strolled upon that record shop once. I think it was actually the first record shop I went to in Stockholm after I'd moved back from California to go to live in Sweden again. And at that time it was just, I think it was just kind of opening up. They were quite newly established. Now you go in, there's a lot more order in there than what there was at that particular time. But it's still the same guy working there. I recognised him, so I assume it's the same company. It's quite a fun little record shop. Prices were a bit, well, I don't like paying too much money for my records. I think that's become my thing these days. And so however much he's charging is always going to be a little bit too much, but I think they were a little bit high. But hey, it was my first day back after being away for a while, so I wasn't too picky. And I found one or two records, which I'm going to show now. The first one I pulled up was this record by Ian Jury. It's called Lord Upminster. I haven't really had a chance to listen to these records very much. I think that this one is a bit more sort of reggae influenced compared to his other music that he did with the Blockheads. So this is after the Blockheads. This came out in '81. And it's got the single on it, Spasticus, which was quite a shocking single for its time when it came out. Next, I found this record, and what was fun about this little shop is when I was there, it was Sunday, and lovely sunny day, and there weren't that many people in the shop. One or two sort of people drifted out. It's kind of two sort of large rooms of used records, I guess. You know, these places, they kind of records everywhere, don't they? And I was in there for a couple of hours, I suppose, 2.5 hours perhaps, and a few people drifted in and out, but I was there sort of consistently quite a long time. I found this record by CCS. CCS stands for, I can't remember what CCS stands for right now. I'll write it here. I can't even find it on the record cover. But like I was saying, so the record shop, it was fairly empty. A few people drifting in now, and there was quite a good turntable there that was available for for customers to play their music, the records that they found. So it was great. I had sort of basically unlimited access to this record player. Obviously, I played as many records as I wanted to. I found this one and thought it was unusual, and I thought I'll play that, and I did play it, and I quite liked what I heard. A little bit unusual, so I bought 2 copies of it, purely because I hadn't seen it before, and I thought it could be a fun record to send to somebody else. So that's why I got 2 copies of it. Then I got this double album. There were 2 copies of this, and I was tempted to buy 2 copies of it too, but they're quite expensive. I think he's charging about 150 krona for these, which is a double album, and it's, because of the guy who it's about, I decided I'd go for a Paul Kossoff from Free. Put a little booklet inside. There you go. I haven't really had a chance to really sort of spend too much time with this yet. I look forward to getting into it. Paul Kossoff is, as you know, the late guitarist from Free. Don't know much about him, but this is quite a good record, and I look forward to becoming more familiar with the music that he did make. So there you go, that's one I picked up. And then I found this one. Now, there were a couple of Tower of Power records there that I did play, and I did actually like them. He wanted £10 each, or 100 krona each for those, and I thought, I don't know, because you've got to pace yourself and you've got a budget. So instead I bought this one. It's by Garrett Holmes Empire 7654321 Blow Your Whistle. You've got to hear this to believe it, I guess. And I thought, well, I won't get a Tower of Power, I'll get this one because I don't know this band, and it's always fun to learn something new. I played it in the shop and I thought it sounded pretty good, so there you go, that's why I picked it up. And he let me actually have this one for free, because I think he said if I spend X amount of money then I get one free. I don't know if that was generally the sort of him being friendly or not, I don't know, but I was grateful, and you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, do you? So he let me have this one free. This one was marked up at 100 krona, and I didn't play it. I wish I had done. I was kind of attracted by the cover, and I thought, well, I'm going to buy it regardless. It's got such a lovely cover. Look at that. And I've been speaking about in my past videos about this guy, also Feliciano. So it's by him. I wish I had played it, because I probably wouldn't have bought it had I actually played it in the shop. This came out a little bit later, so his other stuff that I like so much comes from mid to late 60s. This came out in 71, 72, I think, and no, it's not the Feliciano that I sort of come to enjoy. It's a little bit later on, beginning of the 70s, so they start putting production into it. His voice, which is normally quite dry, and his guitar is quite dry, you start getting reverb in there, and in an attempt to try and make it sound a bit slicker, I suppose. And in its day, maybe that sounded fine, but now it just sounds dated and nasty, and I don't know. I think the songs generally aren't really quite as nice as they were before, so I'll probably hang on to this a little while, see if I change my mind, but it was quite disappointing. I'm just glad it didn't cost me anything, but even so. Okay, so that was that shop. So the next shop that I went to, closer towards the end of the second week, was a shop that I'd been to before, and I went there again because, well, why did I go there again? I knew who it was. I didn't have to mess about time, sort of, waste time looking for a place that I couldn't find. I'm pretty hopeless with directions, I really am. And I was on foot as well because, I was travelling. So I went to this place. This is Söder's CD och skivhandel. It's quite a smallish shop on Rådmansgatan in Stockholm. Run by quite a young chap, I guess. I've been there before and pulled up some fairly decent stuff. And I thought, well, I'll give them another go. And I've come away. And this record shop was considerably cheaper than the first place that I went to, which makes me happy. And I always feel it's more satisfying when you can buy records and you're getting a good deal. I kind of resent paying too much money for records, because then I think to myself afterwards, maybe I shouldn't have bought them. I could have gone somewhere else and got a better deal somewhere else. Anyway, another Ian Jory record. This is one that I'm very glad to have, and I didn't have before, and I'd seen it around before, so chuffed to bits. I like Ian Jory, so that's quite a good find for me. Human sexual response. I've seen somebody else in the VC show this before, but I'd never thought I'd ever stumble across it. Quite an unusual record, I suppose. The album's called Figure 14. It's sort of, what would you say? I would sort of just call it post-punk sort of type stuff, but I think somebody else described it as being new wave or something. You can actually listen to this on YouTube. I found this on YouTube. Somebody very kindly put it up, and I actually subscribed to that person because they actually put up quite a lot of really good records on YouTube for all of us to go and listen. If you ever wonder who puts up these albums on YouTube, I found somebody that does it. Very happy to find this one. This is the Dream Academy's third album, an album called Different Kind of Weather. I'm a big Dream Academy fan, have been right from the start, and this is in condition. This came out in 1990. I bought it on CD, and I got the previous two albums on vinyl. And I got this on CD, and I've often thought it wouldn't be nice to have that on record too. And I found it, and it was really well priced. I think I paid 50 krona for this, and like I say, it's mint. It's absolutely incredible condition. So Nick Close here, this guy, incredible songwriter, has written for David Gilmour, for instance. David Gilmour actually produced their he produced this album actually. There you go. David Gilmour produced this album, which I guess says a lot. I mean, David Gilmour doesn't mess about. He wouldn't produce anybody that wasn't very, very good. So, great album. Very happy to have that for the price I was happy to pay. This is a funky little record. This is by The Happenings. Peace of Mind. Never seen this before. There's a complete blind buy, gatefold sleeve, very unusual cover. I think this probably had this stuff covering it once, and so whoever bought it sort of picked it off. I might be wrong, but I got a feeling that this was covered by this same pattern here. This is basically a 60s pop band, I think. It's come out in '69. Didn't really know what to expect, but I thought, well, with a cover like that, how bad can it really be? And it's great shape, very well preserved. Has the lyric sheet inside, which is always a good addition, isn't it? And I've actually listened to this a couple of times. Yeah, what would you say? It's kind of sort of psychedelic pop music, I suppose. Not bad at all. Unusual find. I was happy to buy that. And again, when you're buying a record, yeah, I think somebody said this to me recently in a comment, probably Björn Gunnarsson. When you're buying records, if they're a reasonable price, you don't mind taking a chance. And that's when you find the fun stuff. That's when you find the things that you wouldn't normally spend lots of money on, you know. That's always much more fun. Brand X. This is one of those I didn't have. Came out in '79. This is called Product, and this is a little bit more. Show the vinyl label there. Passport Records. This is a little bit more. It seems a bit Genesis-y. So many other Brand X records are always described as being a bit Muzak. This is a bit more closer to being mainstream sort of Genesis style music. An interesting listen. If you like Genesis, check it out, because certainly an interesting supplement. Hot Tuna. Final vinyl. I think this is the. Yeah, this came out in about as late as '79, I think. So I think it's a compilation basically of Hot Tuna. The only other one of their records I've got is the first one, which is on the inner sleeve there, and I really like it. So, and this is the, yeah, sort of like the finishing up kind of compilation, best of, I suppose you'd say. Again, I haven't really had a chance to sort of explore this yet, but I certainly look forward to. Fun record to find. And then last but certainly no by any least, this is something I'm very happy to have. This is Rory Gallagher, Tattoo. This is the only Rory Gallagher record I have. I've always wanted to sort of explore him and find out. Steve, Flipside CT, often speaks about Rory Gallagher, and I've never been able to find any of his records. I spent some time looking on Record Store Day in this place where I was, where they were selling stuff 50% off. I spent some time looking there for Rory Gallagher records, but there was nothing really. And this is in great shape. You can see that sometimes somebody's written some text here, but whoever gave this to the record store guy made an effort to take it away. I'm not that bothered because the record is fairly really good shape, you know. Very happy to have that. Lovely cover otherwise. And again, yeah, I'm really eager to kind of delve into this and get into Rory Gallagher, because I hear so many great things about his music and what he does. Okay, so that's pretty much what I got really from record shopping in Stockholm. Thanks very much for watching. I've got a few videos that I want to bash out, but obviously you've got to paste these things. So thanks very much for watching. Look out for my next set of videos. Thanks. Bye bye.